The sound must have been quite familiar to those who were born and lived in Hanoi in the first half of the last century to the early 90s, especially for the ones who had the chance to see Hanoi in the 80s. They would remember the sound every time they visited Hoàn Kiếm Lake, the city post office or Hoàn Kiếm building. The first electric tram in Hanoi can be dated back to 1902 along with Long Biên Bridge. The main station of the city was located on Đinh Tiên Hoàng Street and was always crowded and busy. The electric tram system was built by the French from 1899 to 1943. It was 32 kilometers long with 5 main lines, in which 4 were from the suburbs Hà Đông District, Cầu Giấy District, Chợ Mơ, Chợ Bưởi. The fifth line was from Yên Phụ crossing the old quarters and back to Bạch Mai Street, and this familiar sound of the tram could be heard from 5 in the morning to 11 p.m. At first, the tram was used mostly by the poor people from the suburbs to come to work in various markets in the city. In the 80s, many students and officials began to choose tram as their main means of transportation over bicycle. In over 90 years of service, many names has been used for the tram management unit, but the most popular one was Hanoi Electric Tram Company. The electric trams were used up until 1990, and Hoàn Kiếm buildings was the control office. In 1990, although it was repaired and improved many times, the tram system was no longer suitable for the changing life of the city, and so the service was terminated. All the routes were removed completely. The whole tram company faced unemployment. It was struggling to maintain in business by trying to develop into different services and finally overcome the crisis when the city introduced the bus system. The new bus company still gives the old name as a reminder to its employees as well as people from different generations in Hanoi of the original service. These electric cars are no longer strange to Hanoians and tourists. Phỏng vấn. The electric cars were back in motion from the 17th of July. There are now 12 7-seat cars in service with the total investment of 5 billion Vietnam dong. The purpose of this green transportation service was originally to offer tours around the old quarter and Hoàn Kiếm Lake area for visitors during the ceremony of 1,000 years in Hanoi Thăng Long. However, it has received many supports from local people as well, so we are now hoping to expand the project and will be presenting working streams for future development to the government soon. The most distinguished characteristic of the electric car from other means of transportation is that it uses electricity to operate, and so polluting factors are quite limited. Electric cars are also called the green environmentally friendly cars as they are noise and smoke free. Specialists estimate around 40 tons of carbonic can be reduced for each normal bus to be replaced by this electricity one. Additionally, operating electricity cars can also cut fuel costs. The new electric car system is about 7 kilometers long, running to 28 commercial streets, 13 occupational streets, 22 ruins, 9 temples, 3 pagodas, 8 historical places in the area of Hoàn Kiếm Lake and Dong Xuân Market. The two starting points are at Đinh Tiên Hoàng Street and Dong Xuân Market. The electric cars operate from 8:30 to 11 p.m. every day. Smoke, dust, noises from operating vehicles such as buses, motorbikes, cars, etc. are becoming seriously polluting the environment, especially in the old quarters part, which is the pride of every Hanoian. Therefore, the city management as well as the majority people have been grappling for the solution to resolve both of the pollution and the need for public transportation around the city. Right for the day it was put forward to discussion. The electric car restoration project has been bringing excitement and assurance to the city tourism and people. Hanoi is very beautiful, and so I think the city should bring more of these into service because there are too many motorbikes. In my country, there is transportation similar to this too. Having lived in Hanoi in these streets for many years, but I have never had a chance to closely look at them until riding the electric car. I think although they themselves are not new, but the way they are now being used to develop a green means of transportation as well as tourism service is definitely a fresh start and should really be developed more. I felt quite strange as this is my first visit to Hanoi, but after riding the electric car around the old quarters as well as listening the program introducing about Hanoi, I now feel very close and lovely about our capital. I really hope the lines can be expanded to more places like Mausoleum, Thăng Long Citadel. Although it is not a traditional drink of Hanoi, lemon tea now becomes a favorite drink of many people. They love it when they sit on the sidewalk and enjoy with their friends. In program Hanoi Today will introduce to you a drink now becomes more and more familiar, a new culinary of Hanoi. Hà Thành youth now is not only familiar with the lemon tea on the church or on the little streets. Today, on every street, people can see the lemon tea shop where a lot of people gather. Most of Hanoi young people come to drink lemon tea in the hot summer days. The most charming is the popular of lemon tea. Lemon tea is very suitable for the gossip of France. Lemon tea contains Hanoi's natural beauty with its location, street style, and the social story which is not too noisy. Drinking lemon tea and chatting with your friends, you only need some plastic chairs and a small street sign. It's necessary to have anything luxury or complicated. I like lemon tea not only because of the cool, sour, sweet taste, but also because of the feeling of street side atmosphere. The familiar atmosphere of lemon tea shop is very comfortable to meet and gossip with friends. These factors, which are very popular, have erased all the restrictions of seats, space, comfort. Moreover, the price of a cup of lemon tea is just more than a cup of iced tea a few thousand Vietnam dong. Characteristics of Hanoi's life is very quiet and idyllic. The small country roadside shops of Hanoi are portrayed in many works in various art forms, like punch coffee on the corner of Saigon. Lemon tea too gradually becomes the cultural characteristic of Hanoi. We are brothers. When we were in Florence, sometimes we gave a cup of lemon tea at church and grabbed to gossip with friends. I love Hanoi's lemon tea. It is such a delicious drink I have ever had. I am Christian, so I love the lemon tea shop next to the Hanoi church. The view is so peaceful and interesting. I prefer lemon tea in the little streets because that shop is the place where lemon tea was spread. The taste of lemon tea here is charming and the most suitable for me. Moreover, you can try some kind of hot sweetened porridge. Nowadays, if you ask a young Hanoian that where should I visit in Hanoi, you will simply take the answer that it is lemon tea shop. It is served every season of the year, everywhere in Hanoi. It is a new culture created by young people from a drink of old generation. The mixture of normal old drink and new interesting attitude will bring to you a fabulous experience. Furthermore, if you have tried it one time, you will remember it as a part of Hanoi every moment.
Just a yellow lemon tree.
Mr. Đinh Văn Bảng lives in a small hall near the Opera Hall. Every morning he gets up at 6 o'clock, then 7 o'clock, prepare here to start working. At the age of 72, he still goes to Tangtian Street to clean out the shoe. He does this on the street and many customers auto come. His familiar place is under a tree which is in front of the gate of the Friend Control Center, 24 Tangtian, Hanoi. They call him the famous Hanoi shoe cleaner. The way he cleans customer shoe is very special. To clean shoe, he uses 4 brushes and a tip. The first big brush is used to review briefly his entire shoe, remove the dust settled on the shoe. Then he starts to scan a thin layer of poker all over the shoe very carefully. He reviews briefly the second thin layer of poker and continues with a small brush. After that, the shoe is polished before it is transferred through the last. After that, the shoe is polished before it is transferred through the last brush. For toothbrush is used to polish the shoe. He makes very carefully. He does until shoe is shiny. The final step, he uses the teeth to polish shoe. It takes him 15 to 20 minutes to clean a pair of shoes. A funny customer says the old man should be called the artisan of clean the shoe. Some familiar customers always send the shoe, then take the next day. Occasionally, customers sit beside him, watch the old man and hear his old story. Mr. Đinh Văn Bảng has begun to polish shoes as his career since he was 12 years old, when his parents died because of famine. That was the period of French domination in which he owned 3 indigenous cars on each pair of shoe polish. However, each day he must pay 30 cars a fee for both at Tangtian Street. Policing for waiting, he must creep under the table, twist while they put up their fists up. That's why he says until now, it is great earning as much as doing, and even policing shoe is very decent.
Nghĩa là chỗ này nó là cái phỏng vấn ý, nên là sẽ đọc luôn cái phỏng vấn chứ không đọc cái.
Despite you are 34 years old, you must earn money by policing shoes. What do you think about Vietnamese economy in the opening period? Having got shoe polish means the economy of my country is developing. Human life increase because people now have shoes. The country with the shoe polish is the country with undeveloped economy. Mr. Bằng says.
Bỏ cái Mr. Bằng says này đi nhá.
Some people think shoe polish is such a very best career, but I have no knowledge to do anything better. However, polishing shoe is still very good. With that relaxed characteristic, although being 72 years old, he is still healthy, happy, working without caring of weather. After 50 years working at Tangtian Street, he has become a part of it, such a beautiful image of Hanoi. Welcome.